This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, cherished viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. Thank you for joining us today. We bring you another exciting Education USA Information Session. Today, we are hosting Texas A&M University, Kingsville. Texas A&M is one of the top ranked public research institutions in the US. If you are a student, parent, educator, kindly stay glued to your seat as we share with you opportunities of studying in a public research institution. We are very fortunate today. We have a whole team and we have deans and also admission officers who would be telling us more about their institution and letting us know the opportunities they have for us. If this is your first time joining us, it is a pleasure to introduce Education USA to you. What is Education USA for our first timers? It is a US government advising network of, about 400 centers. We have our centers located in about 175 countries. And what do? We give you accurate, comprehensive, and current information when it comes to US higher education. The network has two centers in Ghana. We are very fortunate. We have one at the US Embassy, where I am located, is in the heart of the US Embassy in Accra. And then we have the other one in Kumasi at ACE Consult, to be precise, in Asukwa. My name is Rafiatu, one of the 4 Education USA advisors we have in Ghana. And I am based in Accra, as I said earlier. I'll be your host for today's session. Today's session is on the topic, why study in a public research institution? And joining me today, like I said earlier, we have deans. I have here with me Dean from the Engineering College. We'll have a Dean from the Agriculture College joining us as well. And then we also have admission officers. Please, this is a reminder, kindly ensure that if you have questions or comments, type it in the chat box and do let us know wherever you are reaching us from. Grab your seats, and as I hand over my virtual microphone to Sharma, they're going to tell us more about their institution, how to apply to the schools, and how to even look for more opportunities that we all seek. The American dream, the educational dream, is a quest which is global. And you and I know that education is power. When you educate one person, everything changes. At this point, I would hand over to Sharma to tell us more about their institution. Sharma, over to you.
Thank you so much, Rafaito Laval. I really appreciate this. All of us actually appreciate this opportunity. And I want to thank you, the Education USA team in Ghana, to host this event. So my name is Shama Ali, and I'm the Director of International Student Scholar Services. So I will begin shortly just talking about why you should study in a public research university. And then I will hand it over to my colleagues who will talk more specifically about Texas A&M Kingsville and what our programs are and what we can offer. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my screen. I'm going to share my screen. So my question, the big question is, why study in a public research university? So one of the main reasons would be affordability. Public research universities have more funding compared to private universities, and the cost is affordable. Research universities also receive a lot of grants, whether they're public or private entities. And that way, the universities are able to provide scholarships or assistantships or tuition remissions for students. So this is why it's a good reason to consider public research university. And then, of course, we have experts in the fields. These are the faculty and that are working on cutting edge research. If you have an opportunity to be a student, you get to have the best education working alongside with these faculty who are experts in their field. In addition, public research universities have state-of-the-art facilities and resources and equipment that help you learn. So students have this opportunity to provide, to utilize the theory and practice and get hands-on experience. And then of course, our universities have opportunities and connections with industries. So students can engage in internships or co-op programs that also help them in developing their skills and have real world experiences. And then this helps to build their resume and also find jobs upon graduation. So now I'm going to go ahead and ask Dr. Heidi Devoto to go ahead and introduce our institution.
Thank you, Mrs. Chama. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon for some others. It is my great pleasure to be here with you. And I'm going to be speaking a little bit about our great university, and then I will speak about the College of Engineering. My name is Heidi Taboada, and I am the Dean of the College of Engineering, and I will start with a few slides just to let you know about the great opportunities that we have in Texas A&M University. As Rafiatu already mentioned, we are part of the Texas A&M University system. So this slide that you are seeing right now is for you to know that we are part of a network of 11 universities. And you can see where we are located. You can see College Station, very central Texas. And then you can see down there Texas A&M University, Kingsville. So we are a network of 11 universities. We are also a network of a comprehensive health science center. And we also have in our network 8 state agencies and also a release campus. Next slide, please. So we are known as Texas A&M University Kingsville, or TAMUK, and we have a very huge heritage. Our university was established in 1925. So if you think about that, we are very close to celebrating our 100th anniversary in the university. We are the oldest, go back, please, Chama. We are the oldest public institution of higher education in South Texas, and we are committed to a mission of teaching, research, and service. Go next, please. So let me present you the different units and the different colleges that we have in our university. Our student body is approximately 6,000 students, 6,500 students for this semester probably. And we have 5 main units or colleges. We have the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business Administration, the College of Education and Human Performance, the Deacon Mary Louise Klaver College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, that it will be introduced later today as well. And then the College of Engineering, the Frank H. Doderwas College of Engineering, the one that I represent. Let me tell you why it is great to come here to study with us at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. We receive students from many countries. We receive students from all over the world, actually. You can see the bullets that I have in there. The student body is represented by students from 40 states in the US, and also from more than 35 foreign countries. Our student body is almost split evenly, 50% male, 50% female. We serve a large population of Hispanic students, and our population is mostly Hispanic at the undergraduate level. And you can see this percentage, which is 70%. We are classified as a Hispanic serving institution. Therefore, TAMUK is known as an HSI. Go next, please. So we are in a very great location, and I can tell you that we are in a safe environment as well. So the portion that you can see there in that picture that I am presenting is the state of Texas. And I always like to present this because you can find us in a very strategic geographical location, meaning that we are very close to several major universities, major cities. We are only 2 hours away from San Antonio, only 3 hours away from Houston, only 2 hours away from the Valley, from Laredo, from McAllen, from the border to Mexico, and very close to Corpus Christi, only 45 minutes away from Corpus Christi. So you can find the beach also and have access to nice beaches very close by. I always say that we have a family-oriented environment. Our city, the city of Kingsville, provides an excellent environment, support, and we are considered to be a safe city as well. So this is great for the students to join us. Go next, please. So let me talk about my college, which is the College of Engineering. Just as you noticed with the university was established in 1925. So our college was established only 11 years after that. So our college also has a very strong tradition. We are about to celebrate, in our case, our 90-year anniversary. And we are known in South Texas for offering very strong engineering programs. Go next, please. So this is a map that can show you where we get students from. And in here, what I highlighted in yellow in there is only the College of Engineering. If I highlight the whole university, you will see students from many, many different more countries. Let me go to the next one, please. So we have students from Africa as well, from many countries in Africa. And I am highlighting in there, we have students from Egypt, Guinea, Nigeria, Uganda, Chad, and we have students in the physics department actually from Ghana and Namibia. I don't know, I'm not aware if I have a student from Ghana in the College of Engineering, meaning I need students from your side, okay? But in general, we receive a lot of students from Africa as well. Go next, please. So let me present the College of Engineering only by the numbers. We have 6 departments. We offer 11 Bachelor of Science degrees. We offer 8 minors or concentrations, depending how that is called in your country. And we offer also 10 Master of Science degrees, 2 doctoral programs. And as I told you, when I presented the university, we have almost a 50-50% split between female enrollment and male enrollment. For the College of Engineering in the US, this enrollment is not up to that. We have 23% female enrollment in the College of Engineering. We have 60 tenure track faculty, and we have 3.6 million in research expenditures for fiscal year 2022. Go next. So these are the units and the different programs that I want to introduce. In general, we offer 23 different majors, as you can see. In Chemical and Natural Gas Engineering, we have the Bachelor's and Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor's and Master of Science in Natural Gas Engineering. We also have the Civil and Architectural Engineering Department, and we have a Bachelor of Science in Architectural Engineering. This is one of the very few Bachelor of Science in Architectural Engineering in the state of Texas, and therefore we receive a lot of students in this program. We also offer a Bachelor of Science and an MS in Civil Engineering. Environmental Engineering is the only department in our college that offers Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and PhD as well. We have Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. We offer Bachelor of Science and MS in both, in Mechanical Engineering and also in Industrial Engineering. If you look at Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, we offer a lot of degrees in there. We offer the Bachelor of Science and the MS in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science and MS in Computer Science, and the MS in Mechatronics Engineering. We also have one unit that is called the Industrial Management and Technology. That is our technology program that we have in the College of Engineering. Again, in there, we offer a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Management and Applied Engineering Technology, and the MS in Industrial Management. This unit is for more applied work. And then we also have a PhD in engineering that is interdisciplinary, meaning that you can do a specialization in any of the engineering degrees that you see in this slide. Go next, please. So we have these minors or concentrations. We have aerospace engineering, computer science, environmental engineering, industrial technology, nuclear engineering, security engineering, natural gas, midstream engineering, and cyber intelligence. For all of those of you who are interested in artificial intelligence, that is the minor. So go next. So I just want to show you how enrollment looks, and this is only a plot that I have in there for the spring 2023 student enrollment. 70% of our student enrollment pertains to undergraduate students. 27% pertains to MS students or Master of Science, and only 3% pertains to PhD students. Go next. Again, this is more statistics about the spring 2023 enrollment. As I told you, and I already mentioned, 23% female students, 70% undergraduate students are of Hispanic origin. And this is very important. 32% of our students are first in their families to attend college. Why this is important? Because I know that for many of our countries, this is also something that happens. We are always the first in our families to attend college. And we offer a lot of support services in the university to make sure that our students, once they get to us, they succeed, they graduate, and they get a good job. Go next. So 25% of all the degrees that we granted in the past semester were granted to female students. If you take a look at the statistic above, only 14% of engineers in the US are women. That means that this 25%, even still is low, we are doing something good in the College of Engineering. Okay, go next. Some student profiles of our current students that we have from Africa. I'm highlighting in here Miss Pamela. She's doing a PhD in environmental engineering with us, and she's expected to actually graduate this semester. She comes with a MS from Germany and also a Bachelor of Science from Uganda University. And you can see the title of her PhD dissertation over there. Go next. This student recently graduated from us, a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering with a minor in cybersecurity. He just graduated last semester, and right now he's working as a software engineer at Bank of America. Go next. Monica Isibor, she was a student with us. She pursued not only the Bachelor of Science, and you can see that she graduated with environmental engineering with the bachelor's in May 2022. And then she enrolled in a fast track program, meaning that she comes here, she does 4 years of college of the Bachelor of Science, and then in 1 year, she's able to get the master because she enrolled in the fast track program. So we also offer those type of opportunities to our students. So in 1 year, just after graduating with the bachelor, she was able to get also the Master of Science in Environmental Engineering. Right now, she's working as an engineer at Paid Dawson Engineers. Go next. This student recently graduated also in December 2022, Dr. Wisdom. He pursued the MS in environmental engineering and also the PhD in environmental engineering with us in Texas A&M University, Kingsville. He's from Nigeria originally. Go next. So the College of Engineering, we always try to guide beyond the regular path. We recognize that course content is not the only currency of value for our students. We realize that you come here not only to fulfill your dreams in getting the best or the strongest engineering education in our case, but you are here also for all the different experiential learning activities that the universities provide. So we provide these high impact practices or high impact activities in the College of Engineering, and we place a huge emphasis in all of them. Internships and co-ops, community service learning, undergraduate research. I encourage my students to participate in a lot of national competitions, study and research abroad. They participate in many student organizations. They do K-12 community outreach. And of course, those that are pursuing the undergraduate studies, they have to do the senior design capstone projects as a showcase. Go next. So these are the student organizations that we have in the College of Engineering. As you can see, we have a huge list of student organizations, more than 20 student organizations in the College of Engineering, and these are available for all undergraduate, master's, and PhD students that want to serve in any positions in these student organizations. Go next. Research focus areas for the College of Engineering, we have environmental systems, advanced computing, sustainable energy, engineering education, nanotechnology, advanced materials. Even if you don't find in here the area that you are thinking of pursuing, I am sure that you can try to fit in any of these research trusts, because these research trusts are so interdisciplinary that call for the participation for many, many different other areas as well. So we do a lot of interdisciplinary work in the College of Engineering. Go next. These are just some pictures of the College of Engineering students during the past couple of semesters. As you can see, we have plenty of activities to engage with our students, and they always support and participate in these activities. Go next. Let me see, what is that? Okay, well, that is one of the laboratories that we have in the College of Engineering, and that is, I believe, the Operation Units Lab for Chemical Engineering. Go next. Oh, okay, so Cham already mentioned why to study in a public research university, so I will go very quickly. She mentioned this already, the opportunity to having cutting-edge research opportunities, the opportunity to participate with faculty who is doing top-notch research is one of the many activities that you can do if you come or if you join our university. We offer state-of-the-art facilities, state-of-the-art resources. You can have access to top-notch laboratories, and that is going to enhance all your participation in here and your experience with us. You will have access to multidisciplinary learning. You will have access to many different programs in here in the university. Go next. Cham already mentioned you will have access to world-class faculty and networking. And as you know, these faculty members in these institutions are the pioneers in their own fields. If you engage with these experts, this will enhance your academic journey. You will have access to a global alumni network, and we have a huge, very extensive alumni network as well. Go next. You will have access to internships, co-ops, and industry partnerships. So those students that I introduced to you in the previous slides, all of those students had the opportunity to participate not only in one, but a couple of internships before they graduate, and therefore they found a job immediately after graduation. Go next. Affordability and financial aid, you will hear that later on from Emily probably, or from Edwina. We are a top affordable university in the US. Go next. We are a dynamic campus, and as I already presented to you, we have students from all around the world. This is my contact information. Yes, that is good, Chama. You can find more information about our programs over there at the bottom of the slide. Please follow us on Facebook. We post a lot of activities and a lot of opportunities as well. Feel free to contact me. You have my name in there. Thank you. Dr. Setamo. It appears that you are next.
Yeah, good morning. I think the Dean is not here. Good morning, all. My name is Mamoudou Setamo. I'm the Executive Director of the Citrus Center. You've seen a presentation from Dr. Taboda, and it was an overview of our university, what we have to offer. We do have specialized centers, and today I want to go over, my center, the Citrus Center, that is created back in 1948. This is initially a research-focused center and commodity-centered. So what does it mean? We do research solely on citrus crop. I know citrus production in Ghana is on the rise. You guys have increased your production 18-fold from 1979 to 2022, and the production sits now at 750,000 metric ton. So citrus is an important commodity here also in Texas. So that is why we have a center dedicated to that. Next one. And the Rio Red grapefruit. What is a grapefruit? This is a citrus species that is grown all over the world. It has been developed here in Texas. And that is why, the Rio Red or the red grapefruit is our official state fruit. Where is our citrus production located? We have our county. You can see here, Star, Hidalgo, Hiwidasi, Cameron. This is at the southern tip of the state. This is where we are located. We are located here in Westlaco. If you can see here in the middle, this is where the center is located. We are affiliated with Texas A&M Kingsville, but we are also an independent center. Next, please. So this is the faculty. The faculty is, as you can see, very international. And for the short information, I did my master's myself at University of Cape Coast in Ghana. So I know very well your country. And we are willing to welcome most of your students here in our university. The next one, please. So we have student training program. In addition to research, we have student training program. We have mostly graduate training program and internship for undergrad. We do not provide any degree for undergrad, but mostly we are at graduate level. So far since the program has started, we've graduated 118 master student and 12 PhD. And I can say one of them was from Ghana. Dr. Owusu Aidu is from Ghana. He is currently at the Department of Biological Sciences at the University of Environmental and Sustainable Development in Somalia in Ghana. So you may reach out to him. He can provide more information. This is a great place to study. and to leave. Next, please. So as you can see, we have well-equipped lab research, we have conference centers, classroom, and we have a certified diagnostic lab. This is the only certified diagnostic lab in the state of Texas. So which means pests and diseases that are present on citrus production, they send them here where we do molecular identification or morphological identification. And we recently published a paper with Dr. Aidu from Ghana. We recently published a paper where we were able to identify the psyllid vector of citrus greening disease that are present in Ghana. So that was the first report in West Africa. So we still continue our collaboration with our former student. Next one, please. So we, as I said, we have the Budwood program here. We have a certified diagnostic lab. We also have the Budwood program. As you know, any citrus tree you see out there is made of two parts. The first part, that is at the bottom, it starts from the seed. And the second part on top, this is the variety. It's like a bud that we graft on top of those trees, on top of the rootstock. Therefore, we produce this disease-free budwood here at the Citrus Center and distribute it to all the nurseries. So I think this is something we need to encourage also in West Africa, and especially in Ghana. And Ghana and Nigeria, I know you have a flourishing citrus industry. You need to start producing this. And I've discussed that with Dr. Aidu. So if we can get a student who will learn how to implement this, that could be a good starting point. Next one, please. And this is, we have a research farm located at 3 different sites. We have the main farm here on campus. This is where the building is. This is where I'm currently located. And you have the South Farm. We have the North Farm. We have about 250 acres. That will be more or less 100 hectares of land where we produce citrus. Next one, please. So I think this is where I will conclude my talk. And but before I go, our program here, our graduate program, will provide assistantship. I know you will be asking questions later. We provide assistantship up to $18,000 a year. So this is the kind of assistantship we provide to all our graduate students. So whenever you are admitted and you qualify, you get assistantship up to $18,000 a year. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name's Emily Morin, and I'm the Associate Director of Admission. So I'm going to go over a little bit of information about getting into our college. For right now, if you are just starting off and you're an undergraduate, we are looking at our freshman application requirements. The first step is going to be to submit an application on applytexas.org. That's where all students will go in. They will fill out a profile and they will submit the application through there. There is a $75 application fee that is required to be paid so we can process your application. Once you've done that, this depends on if you are in progress. So if we have any students who are still in their junior to senior year and have not finished secondary schooling, then we would need your school to send the original secondary school transcripts to us. We do require that to come through mail so we can have original documents and certify that those are true and correct. And then if you have actually graduated already and finished your secondary, we would be looking to see if you have WIAC scores. So if you've taken the West African Exam Council test, you should be able to go into the new WIAC portal that's been created. If your country has already got into there, I know that's still kind of new. Nigeria was already in there. If Ghana's already in there, you should be able to send that. If not, we will take the scores through the traditional scratch card method. So you can email scratch card information to us, or you can log into the WIAC portal and have those scores sent to us. Once we get those, we will review them to see what the GPA is. As of right now, we look for a 2.7 GPA, and that's something that we do internally. And just so you know, we are not requiring students to do an evaluation. We usually do in-house evaluations ourselves. That way we can go ahead and save our students money and time. And it is optional. We aren't requiring SAT or ACT scores. You can do that if you would like. Sometimes that can help with placement testing or consideration for scholarships, but it is not required at this time. And Ghana is not required to submit English proficiency scores. We do consider you English proficient. So once we get the application in hand and take a look at it, we'll make sure you are in a school in Ghana, and we'll go ahead and waive that requirement on your application. All right, next slide. So as I mentioned, what we're going to be looking for is your GPA If you have any test scores, which like I mentioned, it is not required, but you are more than welcome to send that in. If you're in a US type school, we don't get a lot of this, but some US type schools may rank students. So we can of course consider that. But for the most part, number one is usually what most students are going to be looking at. We're going to be looking to see if you have a core GPA of 2.7 or above. And what we mean by core GPA is we're looking at your academic courses like English, math, science, social studies type courses. And we do that calculation in-house. So whenever you apply, you'll send that transcript in or those YX scores, and we're going to do that calculation to see if you don't meet a 2.7, but you test on the SAT or ACT and you make one of those qualifying scores, then that can also get you automatically admitted. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and have this go to the next slide, and I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Elizondo. She's going to talk a little bit about our graduate application requirements.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Emily, and thank you to Ms. Rapiatu for hosting this meeting. We're all excited to partner with other offices on campus and especially Education USA to get information out to you all in Ghana. I'm Edwina Elizondo and a graduate admissions team lead, and we'll speak a little bit about the process looks like for graduate admissions into our graduate programs. This will be a good amount of information, so write down any questions that you have in our Facebook Live here. So first and foremost, as Emily mentioned, we will need an application. So you'll log into Apply Texas, and that's for any application in Texas. And you only need one profile. Don't make duplicate accounts. Some things that you will need to know are we are a four-year college. You'll be applying as an international student, and you'll need to select the program that you apply for and fill out the application is in its entirety. Now, you will be able to save and come back if you're not ready to submit, but once you are ready to submit, you'll make sure to pay the application fee of $75. We don't offer a waiver for this currently. You will need to make sure that Apply Texas sends you an application number and get a receipt whenever you after you submit. Once you submit your application, we'll need to submit your documents. We do require official transcripts or copies signed by your registrar, principal, controller of examinations, Ministry of Education, and we also require official degree certificate. In the case of your official degree certificate, we do understand that sometimes you won't get multiple copies. So if you graduated within the year, that's the only exception of a soft copy that we will we'll take. Our website states that English proficiency exam is required for international students. However, because your state is recognized as an English-speaking country, we have waived that requirement. Once all of this is received, your application will be marked complete. So I'm going a little bit more into the process. This is everything. Next slide, please. Okay, so the graduate admissions process. So you must complete the application, that is submitting all of your documents. Once you see this, you'll be able to see this in your blue and gold connection, which I'll go over in the next slide. Graduate admissions staff will evaluate your application to ensure that it is complete. This includes evaluating your credentials. So as Emily mentioned, we generally don't ask for evaluation up front. So note that after your application is evaluated, if something is missing or we can't verify your credentials, you may go back to incomplete. At that point, you'll get an email from us with an explanation of why. And if an evaluation is needed, we will not accept WES. And I did see one of those questions in the chat there. If your application is complete, you'll be sent out to department for a decision. The coordinator will look over all of your documents and then decide whether you'll be accepted or not, hopefully acceptance. And that'll come back to our department and we'll post a decision within 24 to 48 hours. You will be able to see that the same day. You'll receive an email. And after that, you'll need to submit your passport and your financial support statement to the Office of International Students with Ms. Sharma. Through this process, we've enrolled 200 students for fall, and I really hope to see y'all's applications here in the future. And with that, I'll move on to the next slide. After you submit your application and you want to check on your application status, you'll enroll into your blue and gold, well, tamuc.edu/blue and gold. You should receive an email with your student ID, and then you'll be able to log in with your student ID and date of birth, and then you'll select the admission status tab. So after all of that, you'll be able to see if you were admitted, what status your application is, and what documents you may be missing.
Shama, did you want to talk about the information for cost of attendance for the I-20? And did you want me to make any mention of scholarships? I don't think we had anyone from our scholarship office today, did we?
No, so if you can mention about the scholarships, that'd be great. And then I can talk about for the I-20.
Okay, if you want to skip over to the scholarship one, I'll go ahead and talk about that really quickly, and then I'll let you go back. So just to give you some information, we do offer scholarships to undergraduate students and graduate students. And one of the things I really want to impress upon you is the importance of applying early, getting your application completed, and getting a decision early. As you can see, we do offer merit scholarships, and these are fall deadlines because that's our biggest intake of students. So you want to get admitted as early as possible, not just for I-20 opportunities and to get your visa in, but also so you can be considered for the merit scholarships we have. So typically those scholarships, we're going to look at students who are admitted. So you want to be admitted and pulled into that, and it's going to be a competitive scholarship. So we look to see what your grades are, what kind of academics you have, any test scores you may have given us. And from there, we go in and we start awarding scholarships to students that meet certain criteria. They range from anywhere from $1,000 to $12,000 per year. One of the best things about being offered a competitive scholarship on our campus is that can help give you in-state tuition, which is a tremendous savings for you. And we do departmental scholarships. So those are throughout the year. So A&M Kingsville, once you're accepted, we do have a scholarship portal that you're able to get in there through JNet. But there are also some scholarships occasionally offered through different colleges that they may do on their own, and it might be just specific to their own students. So this is again why you want to get admitted as early as possible so you can get information about this and see if you're going to be eligible or not. And aside from that, just a reminder, you do need to be admitted. Check with your department if you have questions. Like engineering is really great about answering. They have engineering at tamuc.edu, and they do departmental scholarships last I checked. And as Dr. Satamu said, there is some graduate assistance, which I know for our graduate students is really helpful to not only pay for college, but also possibly qualify for in-state tuition. And again, this is where you want to get admitted early so you can be considered for these because it is very competitive. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Shama so you can go ahead and talk about the I-20.
Thank you so much, Emily. So once the student is admitted, so as both Emily and Edwina mentioned, for undergrad and grad, you will have to show your financial support to issue the I-20, and that's when our office takes over. So this is just to show you the estimates of the cost that you need to show or the proof of financial support. So overall, if you have no assistance for an undergrad student, it would be $39,899. However, if you qualify for a scholarship or get a tuition waiver, then you will be able to demonstrate funding for $25,929 because you will qualify for in-state tuition. So this is for all students in Texas, I think. For if you receive a competitive scholarship of 1,000 or more, you automatically qualify for in-state tuition. This applies to both undergrad and grad. So for graduate students, then the cost with no assistance will be $31,701. And then the $22,513 would be for if you have an assistantship or any other competitive scholarship. This includes all kinds of scholarships. We also have athletic scholarships as well. And so we do have a lot of students from African countries that are good in different sports. And so you can consider applying for that as well. I just wanted to show you, just mention that these costs are estimates because by the government, we do have to demonstrate or show what it would be the cost, the general cost for tuition fees, room and board, and books insurance. So we do require health insurance of all our international students. So that's a requirement by Texas A&M system. So these are just estimates. So I'm gonna, I think we're done with that. And then I think, Emily, were you gonna go ahead and finish with the deadlines?
Sure. So just to mention, our fall 2024 application is already open. It opened on July 1st. So you can start applying as soon as today if you'd like to. That's through applytexas.org. And our departmental scholarships are going to open as early as November the 1st. Processing times, depending on how long it takes to get your documents, can be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. So just know you want to get that application in early and start submitting those documents so we can get you in for review. For students that are domestic, usually they are able to do our FAFSA. Some students are able to do a TASFA depending on their situation. That's the Texas application for state financial aid. And priority admissions, that's January 15th. So that just means that we want to get you admitted by then, so that way you have a better chance to get everything done, all your onboarding, getting orientation, getting registered, getting your I-20 and visa appointments taken care of, getting scholarship offers. And then the priority merit scholarship is January 15th. So that's when we're going to start doing our initial scholarship offers. And just note that, you know, while we do have a lot of funding, it does go very quickly and it is very competitive. So we will start offering until we run out of funds, basically. And then our departmental scholarships usually close by March the 1st. So usually we want to make sure students know well in advance what kind of offers they're going to get so they can figure out how much money they're going to need, if they're going to be able to get some kind of in-state tuition, or if you're a graduate student, get some kind of assistantship or something that's going to help you also gain in-state tuition. So it's typically what we try to do. So keep an eye on that. You can also go to our website, www.tamuk, that's TAMUK.edu, like for education. And if you go to the website, you can look at our admissions, and you can also look to see more about scholarships and deadlines. And if there's anything else, you know, we will have contact information if you need to reach out to us through there. And another thing that might be helpful is we do have an academic calendar on there, and that really does list out all the dates and deadlines. That way you can kind of keep an eye on what's going on, when registration opens, when students can move in for housing, et cetera, dates and deadlines for payments. So we have all of that listed. Our website does have a lot of information, so I'd encourage you to go look at that as well in case you have any other questions. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and give this over to our other staff so they can go ahead and close us on out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I guess at this point, if anybody has any questions, we would be happy to take any questions. Our website is right there in the bottom, tamuk.edu, as Emily mentioned, and a lot of our information you can find on our website. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. This has really been very educative, and I'm very sure that our students are enjoying this session. We have so many questions, some coming from Facebook Live, some coming from our WhatsApp platforms and other social media handles. I'm really very happy that you touched a lot on funding and how to find scholarships. So we all heard that it's very good to apply early. Remember, the early bird actually catches the worm. So make sure that if you are looking for funding, look at the timelines and the deadlines. Make sure that you apply early so you can find the best of opportunities. All right, so here are some questions I have with me. One, what support systems are available for international students? Do you have any support systems for international students?
Yes, so the Office of International Student Scholar Services, we do provide international student orientation. So once a student, we issue the I-20 and we tell them about how to apply for the visa and they get here, we do an orientation. We give them, during the orientation, we talk about all their resources that are available to them. We invite other offices, and this includes everything, from the writing center, the tuition, the student tutoring office. We have student organizations, so we do a resource fair so that they are aware of this. We also invite from places to work on campus. Students are allowed to work on campus, so then they have that opportunity to work. So we provide that information and resources for them. We also tell them about what they can and cannot do, based on their immigration status. So this is, a lot of our students like to do internships under curricular practical training. And upon graduation, we also assist them with the post-completion OPT. So that's our job, to help them. And then we also support students, encourage them to join the student organization. So Dr. Taboada had mentioned the ones that are available from her college related to engineering, but there's more. And these are across social, religious, or major specific organizations. So currently we do have a Indian Student Association, and we are creating a new one that is going to be for international students, anybody from any country. And I think we're reaching out to other students as well, like who want to create organizations as well. So we try to do workshops as well for students to help them acclimate, for cultural adjustment, and also for do with collaboration with career office, career engagement, to how to prepare for applying for jobs or internships, how to write a resume, all of that. So basic resources that are available on campus. And in addition, I wanted to mention, and maybe ask Dr. Taboada to speak a little bit more about this. College of Engineering has their own student support office within the College of Engineering. And so can you please touch a little bit on that? Because I know that you have amazing staff that help.
Thank you, Chama. So I will just complement what Chama mentioned. In the College of Engineering, we have a Javelina Student Success Center. So this is only for Javelina engineers. We serve our engineers in here. We are the college with the largest student enrollment from international students. I don't know exactly what is our percentage, but we are the college with the largest international student enrollment. So once you are here, we provide several services to our international students. Chama was mentioning about the large number of Indian students that we have. But as I told you, the College of Engineering really mimics the diversity that the university have. So we receive students from all over the world. And once you are here, we introduce you to the Javelina Engineering Student Success Center that provide a lot of services for our domestic and international students as well.
Wow, this is amazing. So this tells you that you are going to be home away from home. They provide services that would support you as an international student. I have another question from a prospective applicant, and this student wants to find out what are some of the things you look out for in applicants. So I'm sure this person is talking about some tips or what will make an applicant outstanding among the rest. What would be your advice?
Dr. Sotamo, do you want to take on that one?
First of all, as I said, the GPA is critical. And if we see also in our center, if you have research experience already, that's an additional, benefit for students. This is what we generally look into. And also the early birds, as you said, get the worm. If you apply early, you have a chance of getting allocated, having the allocation of the scholarship. And this way, once we reach the availability level, you can have a very good candidate at the end, but because they are late, they could not have access to the funding. So.
Thank you. In our case, for the College of Engineering, we also look into that. We are looking for those applicants who are already interested in doing some type of undergraduate research. If they had an undergraduate research experience, for instance, and they are applying for the masters of the PhD, that is going to be a huge plus. Our faculty is always looking for those students who already know what research is. So applying early, as you already heard, is very important. You can get access also to some scholarships that our faculty provide. So apply early and apply as soon as possible for the next semester already.
Thank you so much. So if you just tuned in, this is Education USA Information Session. And today we are hosting Texas A&M Kingsville. They are giving us more insights into opportunities and programs you can find in their institution. All right, so I'll continue with the questions. This particular student wants to find out if how safe is your campus or how safe is your institution? I know you talked about safety, but I think some people or parents would want to be reassured that their children would be safe on your campus. How safe again is Texas A&M Kingsville?
Very safe, very safe. We are a
Okay.
very small town, and very small town, I'm going to tell you, we have close to 25,000 inhabitants, even though we are surrounded by those big cities that I mentioned, those big cities such as Houston, with lots of traffic, right? Lots of opportunities because they are great cities, but also some type of unsafety issues. In here, you will not find that. As I told you, we are a very safe community. And once you come here, we will take care of all of you. We will make sure that we treat you as our own children.
Let me
All
add,
right.
to what
Okay.
Dr. Taboada has said.
Mm,
We are a state institution and we are required by law to report
Mm.
any crime every year. Every
mm,
year we have to, file a crime report. At least here in West Laco for the past 3 years, it was 0 crime reported from our institution. And in addition, all our graduate students have housing here on campus. So that add another layer of safety.
mm.
So
That's correct.
that tells
Thank
you
you
that
so much.
very safe here.
So we are told that their institution is very safe, but you need to also note that everywhere is safe, but nowhere is safe. You have to also play a role in this. You are responsible for your own life, and you need to make sure that you also stay at safer places, and you should be in the right place at the right time. So everywhere is safe, nowhere is safe. It all depends on how you actually take good care of yourself. All right. So this student wants to find out. So we know in every institution, there are some students who do very well. What kind of students thrive or do well in your school?
Those students that thrive are those students who are always inquisitive, who participate in classes and always ask questions. They need to be participants. This is a two-way direction type of communication that we expect out of our students. All of our faculty are very interested in our students, but we need to hear also from the students, what do you need? What is missing for your education? So we encourage that two-way type of communication with our students. So if you come here, you work hard, you will do just fine with us.
Wow, amazing. So students who speak up, I know we come from a setting where usually as students or as children in our homes, we are not encouraged to speak up when the elderly ones or the teachers or professors are speaking. All we do is to listen and observe. But she is saying that the American system and also their institutional system encourages you to speak up. They want to hear your perspective. They want to know the experiences and what you are bringing on board. So if you get to that campus, do not keep quiet. Make sure that you contribute in class. Make sure that you ask questions. And those are the kind of students who will do very well, who will thrive on their campus. All right. So I am moving on to application fees. Some students are very much concerned about the application fees. For some of them, because they apply to not just one school, but they try out different institutions. The student wants to find out, do you have application fee waivers? Or is there a possibility for a student to seek application fee waiver?
At this time, we don't offer any application fee waivers. What we do offer is a much lower application fee than several schools in Texas and probably within the United States. We try to be affordable in all ways, not just tuition, but also in the application fee. And one of the things we do offer for students, if for some reason the student isn't able to attend in the first semester that they apply for, because we know sometimes, you know, getting the amount of money may take a little bit, or life changes, you're not able to come and you need to defer your admission. If you're offered acceptance and you can't come, let's say to fall 24, then we do offer a free application deferral. So you don't have to pay again, but you can still get your acceptance. So that's something we try to do just to make it a little bit easier for our students, and also save them some money.
Okay, thank you so much. So the little advice I have for you out there is, for most of us, we actually limit ourselves to institutions that are actually low cost when it comes to application fees, or we even try not to apply to schools that would take money from us. This is your part of the commitment, paying something to the school. That application fee, one, they use it for administrative processes, and they also want to see your commitment. So if you are able to commit $75 or let's say $50 to a school, it tells a school that you are very serious, and possibly you would not leave the application halfway. For most of us, because we don't pay or probably got some waivers, we start the application halfway and we don't even complete it. So if you really want to go ahead with this quest and this dream, you should be ready to make some investments. If you cannot pay a $50, $75, or $80, then how would you be able to pay for your education in the US? I like to remind you that education is not cheap, not in Ghana, not in the US, and not anywhere else in the world. So you have to make sure that either you are paying or you have a sponsor. Make a budget, have a plan, and you can do all that through us. We are able to advise you before you even start the processing. That's why we told you that Education USA provides you with accurate and comprehensive information. Before you even apply to a school, you need to have an idea how much the school is going to cost you. What is the tuition fee? What is the application fee? Are you willing to make that sacrifice before you can proceed? But please do not let the fees limit you, because you may think that application fees are too much, but then the opportunities that actually wait for you are actually very good. So just make sure that take advantage of these opportunities. And we would love to have more Ghanaian students in Texas A&M. From the presentations, I realized that they have just few, and they actually looking for more Ghanaian students. I know Ghanaian students would do very well in your institution. I don't want to promote a particular institution here, but then I know generally that our students love America and they always do very well wherever they find themselves. So I would touch on two more other questions and then we can wrap up. So there's this question about OPT. Are international students able to get OPT opportunities right after they graduate?
Yes, so all international students, no matter what your major, the government allows them to apply for a work permit to supplement like what they learned that's related to their major. So all students get 12 months. And then for STEM majors, those students who are in STEM majors, they can apply for an extension. So they get an additional 2 years. So I've been advising students for a long time, and mostly all students get it. There's no reason to deny it unless, you know, a student hasn't been maintaining their status, but all of our students. And what we do from our office, we do workshops for students so they know how to apply. And we work with the Career Engagement Office together so that you can meet with them and come to the career fairs, and we help you find jobs. And most of our students get jobs right away.
Wow. Thank you so much. So my final question is about assistantships. The student wants to find out, because for most international students, especially graduate students, they want to find full funding or at least funding that can waive off major costs. So those students want to find out, do you have assistantship opportunities and how can they have access to that? Do they have to be admitted first before they can apply, or they can apply alongside the main application?
In our case, they have to be admitted first, and then they will need to communicate with all the department chairs to try to find some proper scholarships. Once they are here, if we provide some type of research assistantship, this student can get the in-state tuition waiver as well.
Yes,
Dr.
as Dr.
Sutamo?
Taboada said, typically you want to have a student that's already been offered admission, and that's when the faculty or our departments, like scholarship department, will start considering making some kind of offer of funding or scholarship.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is
so
correct.
the clarity, okay. Those person wanted to know whether they have to be in school already before they can access the assistantship, or they can, after the admission, they can start looking for an assistantship role.
After the admission, you can start looking for, assistantship before you even get, here. So this is our practice, but we cannot provide assistantship if you are not admitted at the university. It's not possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you so much. So at this point, I would give you all the opportunity. If you have anything, any closing remarks, you are welcome to address our audience.